Australia's top end is a realm sculpted by the relentless forces of nature, where the land itself is a testament to extremes. Here, the sun blazes with an intensity that bleaches the earth, and the rains, when they come, transform the landscape in a matter of hours. While the southern reaches of the continent are home to gentle marsupials and iconic creatures, the top end is a domain where only the most adaptable survive. The top end stretches across a vast, untamed wilderness, where dense monsoon forests give way to open savannas and labyrinthine wetlands. Each year, the land is reborn through a dramatic cycle. Months of searing drought are shattered by the arrival of monsoonal storms, flooding rivers and billabongs, and awakening dormant life. In this crucible of extremes, every creature is shaped by the need to endure. The saltwater crocodile, armored and ancient, glides through murky waters, while snakes and dingoes prowl the parched bush, each finely tuned to the rhythms of feast and famine. The landscape itself is a mosaic of contrasts. Rugged escarpments rise above sweeping floodplains, and billabongs shimmer beneath brooding skies, their waters concealing both life and death. Here, danger is not always measured by size. The stonefish, nearly invisible among the rocks, wields venom potent enough to fell the unwary, while snakes lie coiled in the undergrowth, masters of stealth and precision. Beneath the surface of muddy billabongs, crocodiles wait in perfect stillness, their bodies blending seamlessly with the silt, ready to strike with explosive force. In the warm, crystalline waters off the coast, the box jellyfish drifts silently, its transparent form nearly invisible, its tentacles armed with venom that can paralyze in moments. Even the smallest inhabitants, like the blue-ringed octopus and Irukandji jellyfish, possess toxins so powerful that a single encounter can be fatal, their vibrant colors a warning etched by evolution. Predators here are equipped with extraordinary adaptations, jaws that snap with bone-crushing force, fangs that deliver swift venom, and webs spun with architectural precision. Camouflage is a vital art. The stonefish vanishes among pebbles, the crocodile's eyes break the water's surface like driftwood, each animal a master of deception and survival. The top end's wilderness stretches beyond the horizon, a living laboratory where adaptation is the only constant and every niche is filled by a specialist. From the colossal saltwater crocodile that dominates the waterways to the ethereal box jellyfish that haunts the shallows, each creature is a product of relentless selection and survival. Life here is a constant contest. Predators stalk their prey with silent patience, while others defend their young with ferocity, every action dictated by the unforgiving environment. The top end is a showcase of evolutionary ingenuity. The spiny anteater's armor, the fish that vanishes against the reef, the snake whose venom is both weapon and shield. In this world, every adaptation is a response to the land's extremes, each creature a living solution to the challenges of drought, flood, heat, and predation. The frilled lizard unfurls its dramatic collar to startle rivals. The platypus glides through water with electroreceptive precision, and the stonefish waits, motionless, a living trap. The platypus, a mammal that lays eggs and senses prey with electric fields, the echidna armored in spines, and the reef fish that disappears against coral, each is a marvel of adaptation. These are not monsters of myth, but apex predators and survivors, each playing a vital role in the intricate web of life that defines the top end. In this land of extremes, power, intelligence, and resilience are the currency of survival. The top end stands as one of the last wild frontiers where nature's drama unfolds in its purest form. In the wild, untamed waterways of Australia's top end, a true relic of prehistory dominates the landscape, the saltwater crocodile. This ancient reptile, unchanged for millions of years, is the largest living reptile on Earth, a formidable presence that commands every river, billabong, and coastal estuary it inhabits. Reaching lengths of over 6 meters and tipping the scales at more than a ton, the saltwater crocodile is a living giant. Its immense size is matched only by its power, making it the undisputed apex predator of its domain. Its body is a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering, armored with rugged, bony scales called osteoderms and equipped with a jaw lined with conical teeth designed for gripping and tearing. Its eyes, set high on the skull, peer just above the water's surface, scanning for the slightest movement with a gaze honed by eons of survival. The saltwater crocodile is not merely a creature of brute force, it is a master of stealth and patience. Its streamlined body glides silently through murky waters, propelled by a muscular tail, while its nostrils, eyes and ears remain just above the surface, allowing it to breathe, see and hear while remaining nearly invisible. This reptile is the ultimate ambush predator. It lurks motionless for hours, sometimes days, concealed among reeds or submerged in muddy banks, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Its hunting strategy is a blend of patience and explosive power. With a single, sudden surge, it can launch its massive body from the water, propelled by its powerful tail, to seize prey with astonishing speed and accuracy. The placement of its sensory organs allows the crocodile to remain almost entirely submerged, camouflaged as a floating log, while it observes its surroundings with acute awareness. For hours, or even days, it can lie in wait, conserving energy, its body perfectly adapted to long periods of stillness and silence. When a wallaby, wild pig, or water buffalo approaches the water's edge, the crocodile's patience is rewarded. In a split second, it erupts from the water, jaws agape, targeting its prey with unerring precision. Its tail, a muscular powerhouse, propels it forward, while its jaws, armed with the most powerful bite force in the animal kingdom, snap shut with devastating effect, ensuring escape is nearly impossible. As a fully grown adult, the saltwater crocodile faces no natural predators. Its dominance is absolute, and it basks unchallenged along the riverbanks and in the open water. Yet the greatest threat to a saltwater crocodile often comes from its own kind. Aggression is a defining trait, especially among large males. Territorial disputes erupt into fierce battles, with massive males locking jaws and thrashing in the water, each vying for control over the most resource-rich stretches of river. These confrontations are violent and can result in serious injury or even death, shaping the social structure of crocodile populations. The crocodile's teeth are not designed for chewing, but for gripping and tearing. Once prey is caught, escape is futile. Employing a technique known as the death roll, the crocodile spins its entire body in the water, wrenching flesh from bone and breaking down large prey into manageable pieces. This gruesome maneuver is a hallmark of its hunting prowess. The saltwater crocodile's resilience is legendary. It thrives in a range of habitats, from freshwater rivers and billabongs to brackish estuaries and coastal swamps, adapting to both wet and dry seasons with remarkable efficiency. During the dry season, when water is scarce and prey is limited, the crocodile enters a state of near hibernation, conserving energy by remaining motionless for extended periods. A large male can survive on just a handful of substantial meals each year, enduring months in dried creek beds or muddy hollows, waiting for the monsoonal rains to return and flood the land with new life. The saltwater crocodile is not only a top predator, but also a keystone species, shaping the ecosystem by controlling populations of prey and maintaining the balance of the waterways. Its patience, power, and adaptability make it the undisputed king of Australia's top end, a living testament to the enduring strength of nature's design. While the crocodile reigns supreme in the rivers, a far more elusive presence glides silently through the coastal waters of the top end, the box jellyfish. Renowned as one of the most formidable marine predators, the box jellyfish is a master of its environment, perfectly adapted to the tropical seas. During the wet season, from November to April, these jellyfish gather in the warm, brackish estuaries, drawn by the seasonal influx of nutrients and the opportunity to reproduce in sheltered waters. The box jellyfish's nearly transparent cube-shaped bell allows it to blend seamlessly into its aquatic surroundings, rendering it almost invisible to both prey and potential threats. Extending from each corner of the bell, up to 15 slender tentacles trail behind, each capable of reaching 3 meters in length and lined with thousands of specialized stinging cells. Unlike most jellyfish, which drift passively with the currents, the box jellyfish is an agile and purposeful swimmer, propelling itself with rhythmic contractions of its bell. Capable of reaching speeds up to 4 knots, it navigates with precision, actively seeking out small fish and crustaceans that form the core of its diet. The box jellyfish does not rely on chance encounters. It pursues its prey, using its speed and maneuverability to close in on agile fish and shrimp. Its bell is adorned with 24 eyes, arranged in clusters, each capable of detecting changes in light and shadow. These eyes, though simple, enable the jellyfish to sense obstacles, avoid predators, and orient itself within the complex underwater landscape. This sensory sophistication elevates the box jellyfish above many of its gelatinous relatives, making it a highly effective predator in its ecosystem. The box jellyfish's true power lies in its venom, a potent adaptation for both hunting and defense. Each tentacle is lined with thousands of nematocysts, microscopic capsules that, upon contact, explosively discharge harpoons loaded with venom. This venom is a complex blend of proteins and peptides, evolved to rapidly immobilize prey by targeting cellular membranes, nervous systems, and cardiac function. The venom's effects are swift and devastating, ensuring that even the most agile fish are quickly subdued. In the intricate web of the top-end's marine life, the box jellyfish occupies a unique niche, both predator and potential prey, for larger marine animals such as sea turtles, which are known to feed on jellyfish with apparent immunity to their venom. The presence of the box jellyfish influences the behavior and distribution of other species, shaping the delicate balance of the coastal ecosystem. Its seasonal movements and reproductive cycles are closely tied to the rhythms of the monsoon, the tides, and the migrations of its prey. Sharing these waters is a relative of the box jellyfish, the Irukandji jellyfish, a creature of astonishing subtlety and potency. The Irukandji is remarkably small, with a bell scarcely larger than a fingernail, yet it is a formidable presence in the marine environment. Its venom, among the most potent in the animal kingdom, is a powerful tool for subduing prey and deterring would-be predators. The Irukandji's diminutive size and near invisibility allow it to drift unnoticed through the water column, where it preys on tiny fish and zooplankton. When it captures prey, its venom acts with precision, disrupting muscular and nervous function to ensure a successful meal. The Irukandji's life cycle, like that of its larger cousin, is synchronized with the seasonal changes of the top end, taking advantage of the abundance brought by the monsoon rains. Its presence is a testament to the evolutionary arms race of the region, where even the smallest creatures wield extraordinary adaptations. In the top end's vibrant and perilous waters, the box and Irukandji jellyfish exemplify the hidden complexity and power of the marine world, where survival depends on both subtlety and strength. In the intricate underwater landscapes of Australia's top end, 2 remarkable creatures exemplify the extraordinary adaptations of marine life, the blue-ringed octopus and the stonefish. The blue-ringed octopus, a master of both concealment and warning, inhabits shallow tidal pools, rocky crevices, and coral reefs, where it spends much of its time hidden from view. Its natural coloration, a muted, mottled brown, allows it to blend seamlessly with sand, rubble, and stones, rendering it nearly invisible to both predators and prey. When threatened, the octopus undergoes a rapid transformation, illuminating its body with vivid electric blue rings. This display is a sophisticated aposematic signal, evolved to deter would-be predators by advertising its formidable chemical defenses. The intensity and speed of this warning display are unparalleled, serving as a clear message to the surrounding marine community. The blue-ringed octopus is an agile and opportunistic predator, preying primarily on small crustaceans such as crabs and shrimp. It stalks its quarry with calculated precision, using its flexible arms to probe crevices and overturn stones. Once prey is captured, the octopus employs its sharp, parrot-like beak to pierce the exoskeleton, delivering a potent cocktail of neurotoxins that swiftly immobilize the target. The primary component of this venom is tetrodotoxin, a molecule that disrupts nerve signaling by blocking sodium channels. This adaptation not only ensures efficient predation, but also provides robust defense against larger marine threats. Among marine organisms, the blue-ringed octopus stands out for the extraordinary potency of its toxin, which is among the most powerful found in the animal kingdom. Even a small amount of this venom is capable of causing rapid and widespread paralysis in other marine animals, making the blue-ringed octopus a formidable presence in its ecosystem. The octopus's bite is subtle, often leaving little trace, which allows it to hunt efficiently and avoid unnecessary attention from larger predators. In the same habitats, the stonefish demonstrates a different evolutionary strategy, perfect camouflage. It is found among coral reefs, rocky outcrops and sandy bottoms, where it remains motionless for extended periods. The stonefish's appearance mimics the texture and coloration of surrounding rocks and coral, making it nearly indistinguishable from its environment. This cryptic strategy allows the stonefish to avoid detection by both predators and prey, lying in wait for unsuspecting animals to approach. As an ambush predator, the stonefish relies on patience and stillness, blending so thoroughly with its surroundings that only the closest inspection reveals its presence. When a small fish or crustacean ventures too close, the stonefish strikes with astonishing speed, opening its cavernous mouth and creating a powerful suction that engulfs its prey in an instant. The stonefish's most distinctive adaptation, however, lies in its defense. Along its back, 13 robust dorsal spines are connected to venom glands. These spines are capable of delivering venom with remarkable efficiency, deterring potential predators and providing a formidable line of defense. When pressure is applied to the stonefish's back, the spines erect and inject venom deep into the tissue of the intruder, a mechanism evolved to discourage predation. The venom contains a complex mixture of proteins that cause intense pain, tissue damage, and physiological disruption, serving as a powerful deterrent in the competitive reef environment. In the natural world, this adaptation ensures the stonefish's survival, allowing it to maintain its role as both predator and prey within the intricate web of reef life. Both the blue-ringed octopus and the stonefish are vital components of their ecosystems, shaping the behaviors and population dynamics of countless other marine species through their unique adaptations and ecological roles. In the ancient waterways of Australia, a creature glides silently beneath the surface, a being so extraordinary that it defies easy classification. The duck-billed platypus is a marvel of evolution, a living relic whose existence reveals the remarkable diversity of life in the top end. With a body that appears to be crafted from the features of several different animals, the platypus is a true mosaic of nature's ingenuity. Its broad, flat tail stores fat reserves and aids in swimming, reminiscent of a beaver's. The dense, waterproof fur insulates the body, allowing the platypus to thrive in cold, fast-flowing streams. Its supple, duck-like bill and webbed feet are perfectly adapted for foraging and propulsion through water. As a monotreme, the platypus belongs to a rare lineage of egg-laying mammals, a trait shared only with the echidna. These two species are the sole survivors of an ancient branch of mammals, their reproductive strategy unchanged for millions of years. The platypus inhabits the clear, cool rivers and streams of eastern Australia, where it weaves through submerged roots and rocks in search of food. In the top end, it is a subtle but vital presence, contributing to the intricate balance of the aquatic ecosystem. The platypus is a masterful hunter, relying on senses beyond the ordinary to locate its prey. It dives to the riverbed, sifting through gravel and mud with its sensitive bill. Its diet consists of aquatic insects, larvae, worms, and small crustaceans, all essential components of the river's food web. When submerged, the platypus closes its eyes, ears, and nostrils, relying entirely on its bill to navigate and hunt. In the dim, silty waters, vision is useless. Instead, the platypus depends on a remarkable adaptation. Its bill is a sophisticated sensory organ, soft and pliable, covered in thousands of receptors. These include pressure sensors that detect the faintest ripples and movements in the water. Electroreceptors within the bill sense the minute electrical signals produced by the muscles of hidden prey. This ability, known as electrolocation, allows the platypus to pinpoint food even in total darkness. Few mammals possess this extraordinary sense, making the platypus a true specialist in its environment. Beneath its unassuming appearance, the male platypus conceals a formidable adaptation. Each hind leg is equipped with a sharp, hollow spur connected to a gland that produces potent venom. This venom is used not for hunting but for competition among males during the breeding season. Rival males engage in fierce battles, using their spurs to assert dominance and secure access to mates. These encounters help maintain the balance of the population and ensure the strongest individuals pass on their genes. The venom's effects are powerful, deterring rivals and reinforcing the platypus's place in the river's hierarchy. Its potency is such that it can cause intense pain and swelling, a testament to the platypus's evolutionary arms race. The platypus is a keystone species, playing a crucial role in maintaining the health of its aquatic habitat. Its lineage stretches back to the time of the earliest mammals, offering a glimpse into the distant past. The life cycle of the platypus begins in a carefully constructed burrow, where the female lays leathery eggs and incubates them with her warm body. Upon hatching, the tiny, vulnerable young are nourished by milk, which the mother secretes through specialized pores in her skin. This blend of reptilian and mammalian characteristics makes the platypus a living puzzle, a testament to the complexity of evolutionary adaptation. As it glides through the rivers of Australia, the platypus shapes its environment, controlling insect populations and serving as prey for larger predators. The duck-billed platypus remains one of nature's most enigmatic and iconic inhabitants, a symbol of the wild and untamed spirit of Australia's top end. Above the tangled forests and winding rivers of the top end, the air is alive with the movement and calls of remarkable creatures, each playing a vital role in the intricate web of life. As the sun dips below the horizon, the forest canopy stirs. Massive colonies of flying foxes, the largest bats on Earth, begin to rouse from their daytime roosts, their wings rustling softly among the branches. The little red flying fox, with its striking russet fur and wingspan reaching up to a meter, glides effortlessly through the twilight, navigating by sight and scent. These bats are highly social, forming nomadic camps that can swell to nearly 1 million individuals. Their communal roosts echo with a constant chorus of chattering and wing beats, a living tapestry woven into the forest. At dusk, the sky becomes a swirling river of wings as the colony takes flight, their silhouettes painting shifting patterns against the fading light, a nightly migration in search of food that stretches for kilometers. Despite their formidable size, flying foxes are gentle vegetarians. Their diet consists exclusively of nectar, pollen, and fruit, which they delicately harvest from the treetops. Guided by an acute sense of smell, they locate blossoming trees and ripening fruit, often traveling great distances to exploit seasonal abundance. In the process, they become essential pollinators, transferring pollen from flower to flower and dispersers of seeds, ensuring the regeneration and diversity of the forest. As they move from tree to tree, seeds cling to their fur or pass through their digestive tract, falling to the forest floor far from the parent plant, fostering new growth and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Yet within their colonies, flying foxes harbour a complex array of microorganisms and viruses, a natural part of their biology that shapes their interactions with other species. These bats are natural reservoirs for certain pathogens, including viruses that circulate silently within their populations, influencing the balance of health and disease in the wild. High above, the white-bellied sea eagle patrols the skies, its broad wings casting shadows over the land and water below. This apex predator is a master of the air, commanding vast territories along rivers, wetlands, and coastlines. With a wingspan that can exceed 2 meters, the white-bellied sea eagle is the second-largest raptor in Australia, its presence unmistakable as it soars on thermals or perches regally above the landscape. Its striking plumage, white head and underparts contrasting with dark grey wings, serves as both camouflage and display, blending with the sky and dazzling rivals or potential mates. The eagle's vision is extraordinary, capable of detecting the slightest movement from great heights. This acute eyesight is essential for locating prey across the vast open expanses of the top end. From their lofty vantage, sea eagles can spot fish, reptiles, and even the fluttering forms of bats from up to 3 kilometers away, scanning the waterways and floodplains for any sign of movement. This visual acuity grants them a supreme advantage, allowing them to strike with precision and efficiency. Sea eagles often form lifelong pairs, working in tandem to patrol their territory and hunt. Their synchronized flight and coordinated attacks are a testament to their strong pair bonds and strategic prowess. Their diet is diverse: fish plucked from the surface, turtles and water birds seized in powerful talons, and even venomous sea snakes, which are dispatched with swift, practiced skill. Occasionally the eagles target flying foxes, intercepting them as they cross open water in search of food, their aerial agility matched only by the bats' evasive maneuvers. The eagles themselves display remarkable behaviors, such as drinking on the wing by skimming the water's surface, a feat requiring both precision and speed. The nightly encounters between flying foxes and sea eagles are a dramatic display of adaptation and survival, a dynamic interaction that shapes the balance of life in the top end. Here, predator and prey are bound together in a perpetual dance, each influencing the other and the ecosystem they share. While the formidable saltwater crocodile dominates the vast rivers and tidal estuaries of northern Australia, a more discreet and specialized crocodilian inhabits the tranquil billabongs and winding waterways of the top end, the freshwater crocodile, or freshie. This species thrives in clear, slow-moving freshwater habitats, such as billabongs, creeks, and upper river reaches, where the water is less saline and the environment is shaped by seasonal cycles of flood and drought. Freshwater crocodiles are notably smaller than their saltwater relatives, with adults rarely exceeding 3 meters in length, a size that reflects their adaptation to a different ecological niche. Their elongated, slender snout and evenly sized, needle-sharp teeth are perfectly suited for seizing swift, slippery prey in the clear waters they inhabit. This specialized jaw structure allows them to hunt with precision, targeting small aquatic animals with remarkable efficiency. The diet of the freshwater crocodile is composed primarily of fish, crustaceans, insects, amphibians, and occasionally small birds and bats that venture close to the water's surface. Lacking the immense power to subdue large animals, freshwater crocodiles focus on prey that can be captured with agility rather than brute force. Their hunting strategy is one of patience and sudden bursts of speed, often lying motionless beneath the surface before striking at unsuspecting fish, insects, or birds. Remarkably, freshwater crocodiles are capable of launching themselves vertically from the water, snatching prey from overhanging branches or even mid-flight, a testament to their agility and muscular coordination. As the dry season advances and water recedes, billabongs shrink, concentrating aquatic life and drawing large numbers of freshwater crocodiles to these remaining pools. In these seasonal gatherings, hundreds of individuals may bask on sun-warmed banks or float in the shallows, each maintaining a delicate balance between competition and coexistence. When dusk falls, flying foxes descend to drink, and the crocodile's patience is rewarded as they snap at these fleeting visitors, demonstrating their speed and accuracy. Such moments reveal the freshwater crocodile's prowess as a predator, capable of rapid acceleration and precise timing. In contrast to the dominant and territorial saltwater crocodile, freshwater crocodiles exhibit a reserved and cautious nature, preferring to avoid confrontation and relying on retreat as their primary defense. When sensing disturbance, they slip silently into the water, vanishing beneath the surface with barely a ripple. Their cryptic coloration and ability to remain motionless for extended periods make them masters of camouflage in their aquatic world. If threatened or cornered, a freshwater crocodile will display a defensive posture, opening its jaws wide in warning and, if necessary, delivering a swift bite. Though their bite lacks the crushing force of their saltwater kin, the sharpness and precision of their teeth are formidable, capable of inflicting significant injury to any would-be predator. Ever vigilant, they observe their surroundings with acute senses, always alert to both opportunity and danger. In the dynamic and competitive freshwater systems of the top end, every moment is a test of survival, demanding both patience and adaptability. Among the most remarkable traits of the freshwater crocodile is its approach to reproduction and parental care. During the dry season, females excavate nests in sandy riverbanks, carefully selecting sites above the high-water mark to protect their eggs from flooding. Vigilant and steadfast, the female guards her clutch against predators, such as Goannas and other opportunists, ensuring the next generation's survival. As hatching time approaches, the faint calls of the young from within the eggs signal the mother to begin excavation. With remarkable gentleness, she assists the hatchlings, sometimes carrying them in her jaws to the safety of the water's edge. This nurturing behavior stands in stark contrast to the often fierce image of crocodilians, revealing a complex and caring side to their nature. Yet, even under the watchful eye of their mother, hatchlings face a gauntlet of dangers. Predatory birds, large fish, and other reptiles are ever-present threats, and only a fraction of the young will survive to adulthood. The greatest peril comes from the formidable saltwater crocodile, which may intrude into freshwater domains, preying upon both juveniles and adults alike, and shaping the delicate balance of this ancient ecosystem. In the relentless, sun-scorched expanses of Australia's top end, life flourishes in forms both bold and subtle, each species perfectly attuned to the demands of this ancient land. Here, survival is a daily contest, and only those with the most refined adaptations endure. Among the most commanding inhabitants is the sand goanna, a robust monitor lizard reaching lengths of up to 1.5 meters. This reptile is a master of both strength and stealth, its muscular frame built for traversing the open plains, woodlands, and coastal fringes of the north. The sand goanna's forked tongue is a sophisticated sensory tool, flicking rapidly to sample airborne particles. This allows the lizard to detect the faintest traces of prey or carrion, guiding it unerringly through the labyrinth of scents that fill the bush. After powerful cyclones sweep the coastline, these lizards are often seen patrolling the beaches, sifting through tangled debris for stranded marine life, eggs, or any organic matter left behind by the receding tide. Their formidable claws are not only weapons, but also precision instruments, capable of excavating deep into the sand to uncover hidden turtle nests. The eggs within provide a rich, seasonal feast, vital for the goanna's survival during leaner times. Despite their prowess, sand goannas are not without threats. Dingoes and raptors patrol the same territories, ever watchful for an opportunity to strike at a distracted or vulnerable lizard. When danger looms, the goanna's response is swift and calculated. It may freeze, blending into the dappled shadows, or adopt a defensive stance, body arched and senses heightened. If escape is possible, the goanna can unleash a burst of speed, dashing across open ground or scaling the nearest tree with remarkable agility, its claws gripping bark as it ascends to safety. Cornered, the goanna inflates its throat, emitting a deep hiss, and lashes its muscular tail with force. This display is often enough to deter would-be attackers, signaling that this reptile is not an easy meal. Within its powerful jaws, the goanna possesses venom glands in the lower jaw. This adaptation, once overlooked, plays a subtle role in subduing prey and deterring persistent threats. The venom, though not fatal to large animals, causes swelling and disrupts blood clotting, making the goanna's bite a formidable deterrent. This chemical defense adds another layer to its already impressive arsenal. In stark contrast to the goanna's imposing presence, the peppermint stick insect thrives through subtlety and deception. This slender insect inhabits the leafy canopies of eucalyptus forests, where it is nearly invisible among the branches. Its elongated body and muted coloration mimic the appearance of dry twigs, rendering it almost undetectable to the sharp eyes of predators. This camouflage is so effective that even the most persistent hunter may overlook it entirely. Birds and spiders, both formidable hunters, patrol the same branches. For the stick insect, remaining motionless and blending seamlessly with its surroundings is the first and most vital line of defense. Yet, when concealment fails and a predator draws near, the peppermint stick insect reveals a remarkable adaptation. It rears up, signaling its readiness to deploy a unique chemical defense. Despite its delicate appearance, this insect is far from defenseless. Its survival hinges on a blend of invisibility and chemical warfare. When threatened, the peppermint stick insect can eject a milky, irritating liquid from specialized glands behind its head. This spray is delivered with precision, targeting the face of any would-be attacker. The chemical can be projected up to 60 centimeters, a considerable distance for such a small creature, ensuring that even cautious predators are kept at bay. The liquid's strong peppermint aroma is highly repellent, overwhelming the senses of birds and spiders alike, and providing the insect with a crucial window to escape. For a predator, a face full of this potent spray is a powerful lesson, often resulting in immediate retreat and a lasting aversion to future encounters with the stick insect. Both the sand goanna and the peppermint stick insect are vital threads in the intricate web of the top end's ecosystem. The goanna, as both predator and scavenger, helps regulate populations and recycle nutrients, while the stick insect, as a specialist herbivore, shapes the growth of eucalyptus foliage. Together, their unique adaptations and survival strategies exemplify the extraordinary diversity and resilience of life in Australia's wild north. In the wild expanse of Australia's top end, every creature is both a survivor and a sculptor of its environment. Here, the so-called monsters, from the ancient saltwater crocodile to the elusive Irukandji jellyfish, are not outcasts, but vital threads in the intricate tapestry of life. The saltwater crocodile, a relic of prehistory, dominates the waterways, shaping the behavior and distribution of countless other species. The Irukandji jellyfish, nearly invisible, drifts on ocean currents, its presence influencing the movements of fish and invertebrates alike. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the largest reptile, has evolved remarkable adaptations: venom for defense, camouflage for concealment, and symbiotic partnerships that allow them to endure the relentless cycle of drought and flood. These are not monsters in the traditional sense, but masterpieces of evolution, honed by millennia of natural selection to fit perfectly within their ecological roles. Their survival is a testament to the power of adaptation. Each trait, from armored scales to acute senses, is a response to the challenges of a land in constant flux. The platypus navigates murky waters by detecting electrical signals, the stonefish vanishes against the reef, and the blue-ringed octopus flashes its warning colors, each interaction a silent negotiation for survival. These creatures are not driven by malice, but by the simple, unyielding imperative to live and persist. Venomous fangs and crushing jaws are not weapons of aggression, but tools for securing food and defending against rivals in a world where every meal is hard-won. In this realm, every interaction, predator and prey, competitor and collaborator, shapes the balance of the ecosystem. The ebb and flow of life is dictated by ancient rhythms, where survival depends on understanding and responding to the signals of the land and water. Knowledge is passed not through words, but through instinct and adaptation. Each species learns from the successes and failures of generations before, refining its strategies to fit the ever-changing landscape. The crocodile, an ambush predator, influences the patterns of animals that come to drink, shaping the very structure of the riverbank community. The seasonal arrival of box jellyfish triggers migrations and behavioral shifts among marine life, as creatures adapt to the presence of these potent drifters. Boundaries are established and respected, not by decree, but by the unspoken rules of nature, each animal aware of the risks and rewards of its actions. Predators such as crocodiles and sea eagles are keystones, regulating populations and maintaining the delicate equilibrium of the food web. The hunt is a spectacle of precision and necessity, crocodiles culling the weak, sea eagles plucking fish from the water, bats dispersing seeds and pollinating flowers as night falls. Every organism, from the most venomous to the most vulnerable, occupies a niche that supports the whole. The wildness of the top end is a living legacy, preserved by the balance of its inhabitants and the relentless forces of nature. Thunderstorms sweep across the floodplains, replenishing wetlands and setting the stage for new cycles of life, while animals roam freely, each playing its part in the unfolding drama. The gaze of a crocodile, the silent drift of a jellyfish, the swift movement of a predator. Each moment is a testament to the enduring power and beauty of the natural world. Through the endless interplay of competition and cooperation, the top-end's creatures ensure the resilience and richness of their home, weaving a story of survival that is as old as the land itself. In this land of so-called monsters, there is only nature, untamed, magnificent, and ever-evolving, a world where every life, no matter how formidable, is a vital part of the whole. Beneath the relentless sun and within the tangled floodplains of Australia's top end, a remarkable assembly of reptiles has carved out a world of their own. These are the masters of scales, creatures born of heat and survival, each species a mosaic of adaptations honed by time. The frill-necked lizard, with its iconic expandable frill, is both sentinel and survivor. When threatened, it fans out this colorful collar, transforming itself into a startling display that deters predators and signals its presence. Swiftly, it can rise on hind legs and sprint for cover, blending seamlessly into the dappled shade of eucalyptus forests. Nearby, the olive python glides through riverbanks and rocky outcrops, its muscular body perfectly built for stealth. As an apex constrictor, it hunts by night, sensing the faintest warmth from potential prey. Its heat-sensitive pits and cryptic coloration allow it to ambush birds and mammals, playing a crucial role in regulating local populations. On sun-baked stones, the Mertens water monitor prowls the shores. Sleek and agile, it is both swimmer and climber, devouring fish, crustaceans, and even eggs. Its forked tongue flickers constantly, sampling the air for chemical cues, while its sharp claws and powerful tail make it a formidable presence in riverine habitats. The northern blue-tongued skink, armored in overlapping scales, patrols open woodlands. When threatened, it reveals a vivid blue tongue, a warning to would-be attackers of its potential toxicity. This omnivore is an ecosystem engineer, aerating soil as it forages and dispersing seeds with every meal. The top-end's reptiles are more than survivors. They are ecological architects. By controlling insect and rodent populations, dispersing seeds, and shaping food webs, They ensure the resilience of the land. Their lives are shaped by the rhythm of wet and dry, by the search for warmth or shelter, by the perpetual dance between predator and prey. Here adaptation is an art form, from the frilled lizard's dramatic display to the python's silent hunt. Each trait is a testament to the ingenuity of life in a land that rewards only the most resourceful. In the top end, the story of reptiles is one of silent mastery, unseen but indispensable, woven into every corner of this wild domain. As the first rains break the long dry, a hidden world awakens beneath the leaf litter and shallow pools of the top end. Here amphibians reign as quiet custodians of the wetlands, their lives entwined with the pulse of water and the rhythm of the seasons. The green tree frog, cloaked in vibrant emerald, emerges from crevices and hollows to chorus beneath the moonlit canopy. Its call is both invitation and declaration, a signal that the ephemeral pools are ready for a new generation. Within these temporary waters, thousands of eggs are laid, clinging to reeds and floating on the surface. In mere days, tadpoles hatch, beginning a race against time. As the pools shrink under the returning sun, these larvae must feed, grow, and transform, developing legs, absorbing tails, and preparing for terrestrial life before the water vanishes. Across the floodplains, the northern spadefoot toad remains unseen for much of the year, burrowed deep in cool, moist soil. With the first thunderstorm, it surfaces in dramatic numbers. Its powerful hind legs, tipped with hardened spades, carve through mud, allowing rapid escape from predators and swift access to breeding sites. Adapted to unpredictability, its eggs and tadpoles mature faster than almost any other amphibian, completing their transformation in a matter of weeks. The magnificent tree frog, larger and more secretive, seeks out rock crevices and tree hollows, relying on a waxy skin secretion to retain precious moisture. This adaptation allows it to thrive even as the landscape oscillates between flood and drought. Amphibians are more than inhabitants, they are vital engineers of the top end's ecosystems. As tadpoles, they graze on algae and detritus, purifying water and supporting aquatic food webs. As adults, they patrol the forest floor and river banks, consuming insects and invertebrates, and in turn, nourishing snakes, birds, and mammals. Amphibians are living indicators of environmental health, their permeable skin sensitive to changes in water quality and climate. Their presence ensures the delicate balance of the wet season's bounty, while their absence foretells ecological distress. In the top end, the survival strategies of frogs and toads embody flexibility, resilience, and the enduring connection between water and life. Here, beneath the surface and between the rains, the keepers of the wet persist, silent, essential, and always attuned to the heartbeat of the land. Beneath the dense canopy and within the tangled undergrowth of the top end, a miniature world thrives, one dominated by the ingenuity and adaptability of insects and arachnids. This realm is a mosaic of shapes, colors, and strategies, each species perfectly tailored to its ecological niche. Across the floodplain grasses, the giant dragonfly hovers with precision, its iridescent wings catching fleeting sunlight. As an apex aerial predator among insects, it patrols for mosquitoes and midges, its compound eyes capable of tracking prey in 3 dimensions. Nearby, the golden orb weaver spider weaves sprawling webs between saplings, their silk glistening like fine gold thread. These formidable architects ensnare everything from grasshoppers to small birds, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem with silent efficiency. In the leaf litter, the top end's diverse ant colonies engineer vast underground networks. Green tree ants, with their vivid emerald bodies, stitch leaves together using silk produced by their larvae, forming living nests high in the branches. Each colony is a superorganism, defending its territory with coordinated attacks and tending to aphids for sweet honeydew. On the ground, bulldog ants, among the world's most primitive, scout the forest floor, their exceptional vision and potent sting making them both feared and respected by other small creatures. Amidst the monsoon vines, the Australian stick insect blends seamlessly with twigs, an expert in camouflage and stillness. When threatened, it raises spiny legs and emits a faint defensive odor, relying on deception rather than speed for survival. In the shadows, the bark scorpion emerges at dusk, its slender pincers and venomous sting adapted for subduing fast-moving invertebrates. Sensitive to vibrations, it tracks prey with pinpoint accuracy, contributing to the delicate balance of nocturnal food webs. Beetles, too, are abundant and diverse. Jewel beetles flash metallic blues and greens as they pollinate native flowers, while dung beetles labor tirelessly to recycle waste, aerating soil and promoting plant growth. Moths with intricately patterned wings flutter at night, serving as a vital food source for bats, birds and frogs. These insects and arachnids are more than curiosities. They are the invisible engineers and silent sentinels of the top end. Through pollination, decomposition, predation and soil aeration, they underpin the health of forests, wetlands and savannas. Their lives, often brief and unseen, ripple through every layer of the ecosystem, ensuring its resilience against the shifting tides of flood and drought. In the top end, survival is a matter of adaptation and interdependence. Here, the architects and assassins of the invertebrate world shape the land, weaving the intricate tapestry of life, one thread, one web, and one wing beat at a time. Beneath the surface of winding rivers and tranquil billabongs, an unseen realm pulses with life. The waterways of the top end are a world apart, dynamic, diverse, and teeming with creatures finely tuned to the rhythms of flood and drought. Here, ancient fish glide through tannin-stained waters, their forms honed by millennia of adaptation. The barramundi, a master of survival, navigates both salt and fresh water, its silver scales glimmering in fleeting shafts of sunlight. As an apex predator, barramundi shape aquatic communities, preying on smaller fish and crustaceans, while evading lurking crocodiles. In the deeper pools, the Saratoga, sometimes called the living fossil, patrols with a prehistoric elegance. Its bony scales and upturned mouth betray an ancient lineage, snapping up insects and small fish that stray too close to the surface. In the tangled roots of paperbark trees, freshwater prawns and cherubin sift through silt and detritus, their delicate antennae probing for morsels. Agile and resilient, these crustaceans are vital recyclers, breaking down organic matter and fueling the food web from the bottom up. Along sandy shallows, the rainbowfish flashes iridescent hues, schooling in vibrant displays that deter predators and attract mates. Their intricate courtship dances play out in sunlight-dappled water, a testament to the complexity of aquatic life. Hidden among submerged snags, longtom, sleek and needle-nosed, lie in ambush, darting forward to snatch unsuspecting prey with lightning speed. Catfish, armored and whiskered, scour the muddy bottoms for insects, mollusks, and detritus, their sensitive barbels reading the riverbed like braille. In the billabong margins, archerfish prowl beneath overhanging branches, launching precise jets of water to dislodge insects from leaves. A remarkable adaptation for a world where opportunity is fleeting. Tiny glassfish, nearly invisible, hover in schools near aquatic vegetation, feeding on plankton and evading the ever-present threat of predation. In the still backwaters, freshwater mussels anchor themselves in the mud, filtering water and creating microhabitats for smaller invertebrates. Yabby burrows punctuate the banks, their occupants venturing out at dusk to scavenge for plant matter and carrion. With each season, the aquatic landscape transforms. Floodwaters connect isolated billabongs, allowing fish and crustaceans to disperse, breed, and replenish populations. As the waters recede, life contracts into shrinking pools, where only the most adaptable survive until the rains return. In this world of hidden currents and silent depths, every creature plays a part: hunter, scavenger, filterer, or prey. Together they weave the living fabric of the top end's waterways, sustaining a legacy as ancient and enduring as the land itself. Amid the top end's mosaic of wetlands, woodlands, and monsoon forests, an intricate tapestry of plant life thrives, shaping the destiny of every creature that calls this realm home. Here, plants are more than mere backdrops. They are architects, providers, and silent engineers of survival. Towering melaleuca, or paperbark trees, fringe the billabongs, their spongy bark absorbing floodwaters and sheltering myriad species within their peeling layers. In their boughs, nectar-rich blossoms attract honey-eaters and flying foxes, while fallen leaves enrich the water below, fueling cycles of decay and renewal. Beneath the canopy, pandanus palms anchor sandy banks, their spiraled roots resisting erosion and forming safe havens for nesting turtles and dragonflies seeking respite from predators. Across open floodplains, carpets of aquatic lilies unfurl broad pads and vibrant blooms, inviting dragonflies to rest and offering shelter to tiny fish beneath. Agile archerfish lurk in the shade of these floating leaves, waiting for the perfect moment to strike at insects drawn to the flower's nectar. Submerged Vallisneria, or eelgrass, sways in gentle currents, providing both oxygen and intricate labyrinths where juvenile rainbow fish and glassfish evade larger hunters. In the monsoon forests, the native kapok tree bursts into golden flower, its seeds encased in silky fibers that drift on humid breezes. Agile wallabies feed on its young shoots, while green tree frogs take refuge in the cool shadows cast by its broad leaves. The fruiting figs, ancient sentinels of the uplands, sustain flocks of fruit doves and agile possums, their spreading roots stabilizing hillsides and capturing precious rainfall. Even at the water's edge, sedges and rushes knit the margins together, their dense mats a sanctuary for hidden frog spawn, dragonfly larvae, and the secretive freshwater crocodile hatchlings. After storms, the carnivorous bladderwort blooms, its delicate traps, snaring tiny aquatic invertebrates, an ingenious adaptation to nutrient-poor soils. Every leaf, flower, and root in the top end's wild gardens is entwined in a web of dependency and opportunity. Plants shape the cycles of life, offering food, refuge, and the very structure of the landscape. In turn, animals pollinate, disperse seeds, and sculpt the plant world through their foraging and nesting. This ever-shifting partnership sustains the richness and resilience of the top end, where verdant life persists through flood, fire, and drought, ever adapting, ever enduring. As dusk settles over the top end, the landscape transforms. Day's vibrant colors fade, and a world woven from shadow and silence awakens. In these hours between sunset and dawn, a hidden cast of nocturnal creatures emerges, each perfectly attuned to the challenges and opportunities of the night. High in the canopy, the northern brush-tail possum begins its nightly journey. With large, light-sensitive eyes and keen hearing, it navigates the labyrinth of branches in search of leaves, blossoms, and fruits. Its prehensile tail provides balance and grip, allowing silent movement through the trees while avoiding predators below. Below, the sugar glider launches itself from the trunk of a eucalypt, arms and legs outstretched. Its gliding membrane, thin as silk, catches the humid air, carrying it from tree to tree in search of nectar and insects. These acrobatic marsupials communicate with soft chirps, maintaining contact as they forage in the darkness. On the forest floor, the northern brown bandicoot snuffles among the leaf litter. Its elongated snout probes for beetles, worms, and fallen fruit. Sensitive whiskers detect the faintest vibrations, while powerful hind legs allow a swift retreat into dense cover if danger nears. Near the water's edge, the tawny frogmouth, master of camouflage, perches motionless on a low branch. Its wide, gaping mouth snaps shut on unsuspecting moths and beetles. With feathers that mimic the color and texture of bark, it becomes nearly invisible, evading both prey and predators. Throughout the wetlands, the calls of the green tree frog echo, a chorus that signals territory and attracts mates. These amphibians emerge from their daytime refuges, their moist skin glistening in the moonlight as they hunt for insects drawn by the night's humidity. The top-end's night skies are patrolled by bent-winged bats whose ultrasonic calls map the world in perfect detail. Agile and precise, they snatch mosquitoes and moths from the air, playing a vital role in controlling insect populations. Even the undergrowth teems with life. Giant huntsman spiders stalk silently, their 8 eyes reflecting the faintest glimmer of starlight as they ambush beetles and other invertebrates. Meanwhile, the northern leaf-tailed gecko clings to tree trunks, its skin textured and colored to vanish against lichen and bark. Each nocturnal creature is a specialist, adapted for life after dark. Some rely on acute senses, enhanced sight, hearing, or smell. Others use camouflage, stealth, or speed to thrive in the absence of sun. Together, they form an intricate web of interactions, pollinating night-blooming flowers, dispersing seeds and balancing populations across the ecosystem. In the top-end's nocturnal hours, the balance of life continues, unseen by the day, yet essential to the wild harmony of this ancient land. In the top end, time is not measured by months, but by the turning of seasons, each one a force that shapes the land and its living tapestry. Here, the year divides not into 4, but into 2 great seasons, the wet and the dry, with subtle transitions between. As the wet approaches, distant thunder heralds the coming monsoon. Heavy clouds gather, casting deep shadows over parched earth. The first rains awaken dormant seeds, coaxing emerald shoots from the red soil. Floodwaters spill across the floodplains, transforming dusty grasslands into sprawling wetlands. Water lilies unfurl on mirror-like billabongs, and reeds sway in the rising currents. During this time, crocodiles glide silently through swollen rivers, expanding their territories. Agile fish, such as barramundi, ride the surge upstream to spawn in newly accessible waters. Frogs emerge in multitudes, their calls swelling into a chorus that fills the humid air, while dragonflies skim the water's surface, hunting for prey in the brief sunlight between storms. The wet is a season of abundance. Insects proliferate, providing food for birds, bats, and reptiles. Migratory water birds descend in great flocks, feasting and nesting in the temporary wetlands. Tree canopies drip with life. Orchids, vines, and epiphytes flourish in the moisture-laden air. As the rains recede, the dry begins its slow return. Waterholes shrink, exposing cracked earth and mud flats. Grasses turn golden, and leaves drop to conserve precious moisture. Wildlife adapts. Wallabies and bandicoots forage at dawn and dusk, avoiding the midday heat. Reptiles bask on sun-warmed rocks, storing energy for leaner times. Predators and prey alike are drawn to the remaining water sources. Freshwater crocodiles gather in shrinking pools, while egrets and herons stalk the shallows for fish stranded by receding tides. The air becomes still, and the silence of midday is broken only by the distant call of a whistling kite or the rustle of a goanna in dry leaves. Yet even in the dry, life finds a way. Termite mounds rise as fortresses on the plain, their architects tirelessly maintaining the cool, humid chambers within. Seeds lie dormant, waiting for the promise of rain. Flowers bloom briefly after rare showers, painting the landscape with bursts of color. As the cycle turns, each species adjusts its rhythm to the pulse of the land. The wet and the dry are not merely seasons, they are the heartbeat of the top end, guiding migrations, births, and survival. In this ancient place, change is constant, and every living thing is shaped by the ebb and flow of nature's rhythm.